Keep cutting.
At the edge of the ancient world, where the ocean met endless jungles, people
Move the meat
were
to
building the
fire.
impossible. Every morning at sunrise, the entire tribe gathered along the rocky shore. The massive body of a blue whale lay across the sand like a gift from nature itself. Men carved out enormous ribs with stone axes. Women polished the bones until
Look, it's down. We did it.
Heave! Pull! Again! Now! Loose! Get it! Heave! Yes!
they shone white in the sunlight, and children carried buckets of amber resin from deep pine forests.
Be careful, it's heavy.
The air smelled of salt, smoke, and fresh wood. Day after day, high on a stone plateau, a strange machine began to take shape. Neither bird nor ship. Its skeleton was built from whale bones, tightened with raw sinew and reinforced with giant bamboo beams filled with hot resin.
Like this?
Tanned shark skin was stretched across the frame,
The feathers are
gleaming
perfect,
under
just
the
as we
sun
hoped.
like hammered silver.
Yes, the giant territory
Slowly,
provides well.
the great
Prepare the
fuselage
framework.
started to look
Keep your
alive.
grip tight, brothers. Almost there. Watch your step. Careful.
Transparent sheets of polished mica were fitted into the cockpit windows, giving the machine its first eyes. Inside, craftsmen wove seats from vines and bamboo, laid waxed mats across the floor, and hung cargo nets filled with supplies for the long journey ahead. Then came the wings. Hundreds of people lifted enormous wooden structures into place. The wings were made from bone, bamboo, stretched hide, and the feathers of giant prehistoric birds. Beneath them hung primitive engine housings with carved wooden propellers polished smooth by hand. Every rope, every gear, every lever had been crafted by people who had never before seen anything fly. When the work was finally complete, the tribe's engineer, a fur-cloaked elder covered in feathers and bone charms, walked slowly around the aircraft, checking the tension of every cable and listening to the creaking of the massive frame. Tribal symbols painted with charcoal and ochre covered the sides of the fuselage. At sunset, the side hatch opened. Passengers climbed aboard, carrying baskets of food and leather water skins. Inside the cabin, warm sunlight poured through the circular windows, casting golden lines across the bone walls and woven floors. Children stared through the portholes with wide eyes while adults silently tightened the leather belts around their seats. In the cockpit, two pilots gripped heavy steering wheels carved from polished bone. Before them stood strange instruments, a water-level horizon gauge, hanging stone pendulums, and a primitive sun compass trembling in the fading light. Outside, dozens of people grabbed the starting ropes. A deep wooden groan echoed across the plateau. Propellers turned slowly at first, then faster. The air filled with the roar of stretched sinew, spinning wood, and rattling mechanisms. The giant machine shuddered and rolled forward along the stone runway. Faster. Faster still. Dust exploded beneath the wooden wheels as the tribe ran alongside the aircraft. Shouting and raising their hands toward the sky. And then, silence. The airplane lifted from the earth. The enormous bone bird rose above the jungle, above rivers and cliffs, above a world that had never seen humans in the sky before. The setting sun turned its leather wings gold as its shadow drifted across the clouds below. Far behind, the tribe stood on the plateau, watching their dream disappear into the horizon.